this just sucks. Always when you want to go fishing. Well, looks like I'm gonna get a little bit wet today. Rain, rain, rain. What a beautiful day. That's right, folks. Welcome to beautiful, rainy North Florida. We finally got rid of a tremendous cold spell, only to be replaced by wet rain. Yeah, it's rainy. It's even a little bit windy. It doesn't matter. I'm still stoked about today because I think today's going to be an amazing day. Today, I'm going to be using a brand new lure on the market that I've never used before, and I think it's going to be absolutely killer. Man, I have to give this a try. I've got to test this out. I first saw this lure come out at Icast. It looked so awesome right there. I couldn't wait for it to try it. This thing is absolutely killer. It's awesome. I really think this thing is going to be an absolute game changer. Not so sure if today is the absolute day for it, but I saw it at Bass Pro and I had to pick it up. I couldn't wait. I've been dying to try this thing, and this is it right here. It's the LiveTarget Baitball Spinner Rig. I mean, check it out, guys. It's like a spinner bait. It's only got the one blade in the middle. Very unique design. It's actually got 3 teaser swim baits, and then the bottom weighted swim bait is the one with the hook on it. It's like a mini Alabama rig all in one. I think the coolest thing about this is throwing some of these Alabama rigs and stuff. Man, it's a lot of weight and it requires some pretty heavy equipment. You can throw this on your normal equipment, your medium heavy rods. Even a medium rod will probably be able to handle it. This is the medium size and it weighs ½ an ounce. This is really cool because it is mimicking a little bait ball. It's not going to create a tremendous amount of commotion like a spinner bait with the Colorado blade or something on it. It's going to have a little bit of vibration, definitely going to have some flash, and of course the paddle tails on the swim baits themselves are going to make some commotion, so it's going to draw some attention. It's going to be a cool challenge whatsoever to see if this thing actually works, to see if it actually catches some fish. Gotta try it. I saw it, I had to try it. So the challenge today, does this thing catch fish? Can it work? That challenge is to catch some fish on this one. So all I gotta do now, and I gotta get my clothes on, gotta get this rain gear on because it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. It's gonna be a wet and hopefully wild day. Let's go get wet and wild. First thing, let's crack this thing open. This thing is so cool looking, just so unique. Dying to try this thing out. Look at that. That thing is pretty darn badass looking. These 3 on the top are just teaser rigs. They don't have a swivel, so they keep them nice and straight. And of course the bottom one, now that's got a nice big weight inside this. This is the medium size, the medium version. I've seen a lot of fish chasing minnows and small shad in this size range, so I think this is going to be a killer rig today. All right, we got a little break. It's not raining right at the moment here. I've got my Roundabout all rigged up here, guys. Look at her, ready to go. There it is, guys, the LiveTarget Spinner Rig. That thing is so cool. Let's toss this LiveTarget Baitball Spinner Rig. This thing's got a pretty nice little action to it, to be honest. It's ½ ounce, so it's got a nice weight, easy enough to toss around. I don't think I'm gonna have to go too fast with it, just nice and slow. It looks very enticing in the water, that's for sure. It's got a really nice action to it, nice swim. Not as much vibration as a traditional spinnerbait, of course, because it's just got that one small willow blade on it. But it does have a nice flash, nice little action. Those little minnow-sized baits on it are definitely something that they're feeding on right now. It's matching the hatch pretty good. This thing, I can tell this lure is, it's gonna be absolute dynamite when you're talking about schooling and suspended bass. You can move it nice and slow. You can really slow roll this thing. It's still gonna have a nice little flash from that blade and those little swim baits tails moving around. It's a 1/2 ounce in weight, so it's a great weight to cast, but you can count it down on your sink. You know, if you're in 10 feet of water, you can probably count it down by second per foot. But you stop, it's still got a little action while it sinks. Dynamite lure for those suspending bass. Oh, whoa, guys, I think I just had a hit on the spinner rig. One of the downfalls is there's those 3 teaser rigs here that really aren't that much smaller than the main lure that has a hook on it. And I think those teaser rigs get hit quite often too. Not real positive if this is the perfect conditions for this lure though. It's got a decent amount of commotion. Doesn't have as much vibration or set off as much noise as a traditional spinnerbait's going to. I think this lure would probably work a little better in a little bit calmer weather. Oh, guys, we got one. Got a fish on the spinner rig. First one. Oh, I can't tell. Can't tell how big he is. I don't think he's that big. Oh, he's decent. He's decent. Look out! Woohoo! Spinner rig got us our first one. Yeah, buddy. Got to pin him good too. Wow, he inhaled that. Look at that. He just took that thing to town. There it goes. Yes! The live target spinner rig does catch bass. Awesome. Got our first one, and I bet we're going to get more. That was a nice hit. He really hammered that. He hit that hard. This is a really cool lure. I'm actually quite impressed with it so far. Oh, it casts well. It's got a great little action to it. It's kind of a dummy lure. It doesn't really take much to do to it. I can see already just that one fish. He tore up that main bait a little bit. The only downfall I'm seeing to this lure so far is going to be longevity. How long do those little lures last? I bought some extra paddle tail swim baits that are of a similar size. They're not the exact ones made for this lure, unfortunately, because those weren't available. They don't have them at Bass Pro Shops yet anyway. Oh, just had another hit there. Didn't get him. See, he probably hit that little teaser rig. Oh, spinner rig strikes again. Just a little one though. Oh yeah, that bait's getting torn up already. Just a little guy. This bait is getting torn up. That's what I was afraid of. Ooh, I had a hit there. Unfortunately, I only had a little bit of time out here. I am pretty much out of time. I am way out of time. Well, here we are, folks. Day 2, and what an extreme difference from one day to the next. Today, we got very calm conditions. It's hot. It's in the mid-70s already, and a lot less wind than we had yesterday. We had wind, we had rain, we had overcast. It was totally different conditions, typical spinnerbait conditions. And I only had a couple hours out, so I only got to try out this spinner rig just a little bit. And I managed to catch a couple fish on it. But I do believe this is going to be a great test for it today. And in those windy, overcast, rainy conditions, you want that flash, that vibration, that commotion that a spinnerbait will cause. That's what makes them so effective on those days. This is a much more subtle approach, and I wanted to try it out on a calmer day. Let's try out this spinner rig one more time, and let's see if we can't get anything on a calmer day. Let's see what happens with it now. I've seen on this flat a ton of bait fish, shad, shiner, and other smaller minnows, tons of bait fish. So I have a feeling that this little spinner rig is actually probably going to do very well here. Got a fish on the spinner rig. What do we got? He doesn't feel very big. Oh, he's not terrible. He's still not a big fish. We still haven't found those big ones lately. But the spinner rig got us another one. Ooh, he's cold. I actually let this thing sink a little bit, and I believe he hit that on the drop. Cool. Spinner rig. Out in the calm weather. Tons of schooling baitfish. But I didn't see anything chasing them. But when you see those baitfish schooling up and balling up like that, it's only a matter of time before the bass start turning on and chasing them. That's where a lure like this is just absolutely going to excel. If you can find a little bit calmer conditions like we got today, where you don't necessarily need that much vibration, find those suspending bass and those balls of baitfish, this thing is just going to rock through it. Hit like a good fish. He's run. Oh yeah, I think this is a better fish, guys. I think we got a better one. The spinner rig's got one. Oh no, he's not that big. He's just strong. He's not average size. Actually, that's not that bad. That's a decent fish. Decent fish. The spinner rig is catching them now, baby. Woo! Check it out. Check it out. Look at that. Gotta love it. This little spinner rig, I'm telling you guys, I'm actually quite impressed. I mean, I come out here to try to test these out to see if it's something that I would recommend you guys try. And you know what? Heck yeah. It's catching me fish. I'm loving it. That one hammered it. I really thought I had a good one on there. It's got a nice big tear in it now. It's definitely working towards the end of its life. I think I feel a little bit of rain coming, guys. About to get wet, boys. You're about to get a little wet. There's a ton of bait fish hitting all over the surface all around here. Little hits all over the surface out here. There's bound to be some bass coming after these bait fish. Maybe it's the rain that's brought all these bait fish up to the surface. I'm bound to get something here shortly, guys. There we go. Yeah. Do it. All right, what do we got? Another bass. Woo! I knew it. I seen all these bait fish about the size of these on this lure here, all over the surface. I knew the bass were going to show up. There it is. Decent bass, too, guys. Nice. Woo! Love this. Love this lure, guys. This lure is actually very legit. He came after that thing a couple times. Hit it, I slowed down a little bit, and then started a quick retrieve, and wham, hammered it again. Hey, this little bait ball, this baitball spinner rig from LiveTarget here, this thing's legit, guys. I saw it, and I thought, yeah, this thing looks awesome. It looks like it's definitely gonna work. But at $13, and I wasn't sure if it was really worth it. I'm willing to spend $13 on this. My biggest concern so far with it would be the longevity. How long do these little soft plastic paddle tail swim baits, how long are they actually gonna last? They do make replacements, they just didn't carry them at Bass Pro Shop just yet. But I've caught, what, 5 or 6 fish? And yeah, it's torn up a little bit, but it's still there. I'll find out how much the replacement bodies are for this. Factor that all in to how worthwhile this lure really is. But when you got conditions similar to this, where you got little schools of bait fish, you got the bass up in transitional periods, this is a great lure. There's one. Another one on the spinner rig. Woo-hoo-hoo! He's definitely got some fight in him. No, same size. Nice. Look out. Oh, man. This spinner rig has just been so much fun. This thing has caught me quite a few bass in some pretty tough conditions. Man, what a lot of fun. And I know a giant will take this too. Absolutely been fantastic. Gotta love this. Gotta love this. I've caught, what, 6, 7, something like that. And you can see this lure is definitely starting to take a beating. But it's still going. It hasn't completely come apart yet. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know, I fished this now in several different conditions. I fished it in heavy rain. I fished it in wind. I fished it in dead calm. I fished it in heat. I fished it in cold. And it's actually produced in every situation. Very cool little lure. I really enjoy it. and it's definitely earned a spot in my tackle box. And I recommend, guys, you go out and get one of these yourselves too. For when those times are a little bit tough and you need something just a little different, this is the perfect lure for that. Very easy to throw. You don't need any special gear to be able to throw this lure. You can fish it shallow, you can fish it deep. That's just perfect. Comes through grass and other obstacles fairly easily, fairly well. You know, everywhere that I've thrown this thing today, I haven't really gotten it hung up at all. Look at that, it's just awesome. I just cast into a bunch of lily pads. I was able to skip it around through it, didn't snag up at all. What an awesome lure. I'm really enjoying this thing. I'm glad I took this challenge. Try something new, try a brand new lure out there to see it, test it out for you guys to see if it's actually any good. I'm very impressed. It's definitely earning a spot in my tackle box. In fact, I'm gonna go out and get a couple more. But I'm just so impressed with the easy use of this thing and the amount of different conditions I'm able to consistently catch fish in. It really doesn't seem to matter. I've been able to actually find fish with this lure in just about every single condition. Definitely, by far, one of my all-time favorite lures to throw is a spinnerbait. But spinnerbaits, they have a distinct time and place. Calm, bright, sunny conditions, they just don't seem to work as well. There are definitely situations where a spinnerbait is just not the thing that you want to be throwing. But with this, it almost gives you that alternative. It's just like throwing a spinnerbait. It's very, very similar to it, but you can work it in those conditions where a traditional spinnerbait doesn't seem to work. And it's actually proven that it seems to work in all those conditions. I'm really, really glad I took the chance and paid $13 for this lure. There we go. Oh, Jesus. This is a good fish, guys. Oh, no. It's not that big. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Here we go. That spinner rig. Oh. He's not huge, but he's strong, man. It's the biggest fish we got today by far, though. Yeah, buddy. Here it is. Woo-hoo-hoo. Spinner rig. Spinner rig. Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love this. Ooh, he's like a bit of a zombie fish, man. Look at him. He annihilated that, too. Oh, yeah. Right on. Nice. There we go. Check it out, guys. Man, you know what? This was absolutely awesome. So much fun with this rig out here. I put this rig through so many different variables, so many different conditions, and it's proven to catch fish in every which one of them. I took a risk on a brand new lure that's out there, and I think I found an absolute winner. I think you guys at Live Target have hit it right on the head. This is the multi-conditional lure right here. You can throw it in just about any kind of conditions, and it consistently caught me fish. But I'm in love with this spinner rig here. You guys got to get yourselves one. Check it out. I highly recommend it. I'm going to leave a link right down in the description here, just in case you're not sure where to go get one for yourselves there. Live Target Baitball Spinner Rig. Awesome lure. Caught me some awesome fish. I had so much fun tossing this lure around, trying it in every different situation, and it proved to be a great lure no matter what. Fantastic. Guys, I really hope you did enjoy this. I hope you learned a little something, and if you did, make sure you smash the heck out of that like button. And leave a comment for me on anything else you'd like to see me film out here. I'll do my very best to make a video out of each and every one of those. But most importantly, guys, subscribe to that channel. And if you're already subscribed, well, stay subscribed, because there's plenty more coming in Sawgrass Bass's future. One last time, guys, from beautiful North Florida, fishing with brand new lures, taking the challenge, and succeeding. It's Captain Mikey signing out. The future is bright. You keep those lines tight.